Good afternoon, America, you fucking idiots. What have you done?
What have you done?
Well done. And just when England thought that they'd made a stupid mistake this year with the whole Brexit thing. Hello, I'm the Big Daddy D.
I'm a little Daddy E.
And this is King of Trios 2K16. Tonight, it's the new day. Yes, it is. Against the elite of the Bullet Club. And we're here in Providence, Rhode Island, even though that is clearly a New Japan Pro Wrestling ring.
Oh well, maybe for moved.
And that looks bugger all like Xavier Woods.
Dear God, that scan's horrible.
That looks nothing like Xavier Woods.
Like Biggie Langston looks okay, but there's just... Oh God.
Yeah, Kofi, I think they've just used the same scan from previous games.
Oh yeah, we always do.
Well, they come out here in their lovely sort of pink attire there. So, just when we thought that only England was capable of making ridiculous decisions and making it look as if at least 54% of the population are in fact cunts, guess what America went and did?
Hey.
So, good to know that you've got a president of the United States who's soon going to be up in court for sexual harassment. Good job there.
Oh well.
Grab him by the hand?
No.
How does that work actually? Do you is it a grab? You know, is it like a full grab of the taint and the fingers being inserted? I don't know how that would actually work. Oh God!
It's the Bullet Club!
It's the Bullet Club! Here comes the cleaner. He's the cleaner. He wants to dust your cups. Your cups are very dusty. I want to clean your dusty cups from the inside out. No, it's not Kevin Eldon from Black Bucks. It is in fact Kenny Omega, along with the Young Bucks, Nick and Matt. Which one's which? I'm not too sure, to be honest with you.
Maybe they are both Nick and Matt.
One of them's a rat-faced knacker with a ponytail. The other one is a ponytailed knacker with a rat face.
I see now.
Yes, makes perfect sense, doesn't it? So, let's talk about Kenny Omega for a bit. This is the guy who had a wrestling match with a 9-year-old Japanese girl.
And lost.
This is a guy who had an entertaining wrestling match with a training dummy, during which at one point he actually did Zangief's final Atomic Buster from Street Fighter Alpha.
He's the most talented man of the universe, baby.
Yep. And of course he is now a member of the Bullet Club, speaks Japanese like a native, but now that he's with the Bullet Club, he doesn't do that.
He doesn't want to anymore.
And of course you've got the Young Bucks here, who are possibly the finest t-shirt salesman in all of professional wrestling.
That's a good accolade. 4-time champion and best t-shirt salesman in a pro wrestling.
Yeah, that's how these guys make their money.
Yeah.
In fact, you can now get Young Bucks tracksuits. Have you seen those?
I don't know, but I want one.
Yes, I do too. Wrestled as Generation Me in TNA. Tried to turn them into the new Hardy Boys. Good work there, TNA. Apparently they pissed off so many people whilst working in TNA that even Rob Van Dam got annoyed with them. And Rob Van Dam's notoriously quite, relaxed, shall we say. Those references to 420 and smoking aren't just a gimmick, I feel. As we see Kenny Omega giving a lovely belly-to-belly suplex there to old Big E Langston, and a headbutt too.
And down he goes.
Drop down he goes. So the Young Bucks, we've seen them... Oh, nice Hurricane Runner there. We've seen them sort of control the tag team wrestling scene in New Japan Pro Wrestling, the junior tag team scene.
The junior Western Bacon Cheese.
That's it. I swear to God, anytime you put the Young Bucks together in the same match as Red Dragon, Roppongi Vice, and the team of Matt Sydal and Ricochet, you always end up with a great match, which is something that WWE could possibly learn from there. And of course, we won't be seeing much from Matt Sydal because he was caught with marijuana not too long ago, which is somewhat frowned upon in Japan, from what I've heard.
Just a little bit.
So how did this match come about? Well, basically, there's a bit of a professional rivalry between these two teams anyway, particularly between Xavier Woods and Kenny Omega. They're both big sort of game fans. I believe they played against each other on Street Fighter V not too long ago.
Yeah, actually.
They're also experts at shameless self-promotion. Not too long after we had the Bootios t-shirt from the New Day, but we got the Super Kicks t-shirt and cereal from the Elite.
Also, it turns out Xavier, Kenny Omega is actually legitimately really good at Street Fighter V. Just going back to Xavier Woods fight.
Yes.
Like, he could have won at any time if he wanted to.
I'll just take it easy on you, mate. As we see Kofi going to town there on Kenny Omega, I think Big E's trying to have a kind of a bit of a grope there. Shall we try not to talk about the presidential election? Because
Let's do that.
I imagine it's probably depressed quite a few people, hasn't it? You know.
Maybe you're partying. Maybe you're American who likes him. If so, go ahead.
Yeah. Perhaps America just really isn't ready for a female president.
You know what we need to do? We need to reinstate the British Empire.
Yeah, that'll work. What we need is another bloody war. Yes, dear.
We'll bring them back into Britain. That way, we've got a big empire. We're all happy.
Yeah. You just got to deal with that tango-faced, ferret-wearing shit-gibbon that's now in the White House.
Oh, but winning our in 10 Downing Street as well.
That's a horrible thing to say about Theresa May.
But it's true.
Even if she is the reincarnation of Margaret Thatcher.
If said reincarnation had a baby with Hitler.
Yeah, ooh, lovely.
Cyborg Hitler.
And now Xavier Woods. Well, I assume it's Xavier Woods. Tags in, and we're seeing some jabbing punches here. And the splits. And a clothesline to one of the Young Bucks.
Now, you see, this match is very unrealistic because the company is actually letting Xavier Woods wrestle for once.
Yes. Also, we haven't seen a single super kick yet. Absolutely shocking. We should be seeing super kicks up the arse by this point.
It'd work.
Oh, tag. Nope. Arm drag. Try to go for a clothesline, but turn it into an arm drag. Do it for the day. Okay. You're so money. That's a sign for the Young Bucks, I think.
Would you just get tired out if you did it for an entire day?
Yes, probably. There's probably some chafing after a while, I should think.
Yeah. Oh God, there's a bit of blood.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Is that your false skin on the floor? There's I don't know. That was kind of like an arm drag into a suplex there from Xavier Woods, and there's a kick there from whichever member of the Young Buck that is. Is that Nick or Matt? Seriously, I can't tell the difference.
We'll just call them both Nick and Matt.
Nick and Matt. It's Ant and or Deck.
Possibly.
Let's get ready to rumble. It's PJ and Duncan.
I never knew that Dick and Dom and Ant and Deck were two separate people, but it turns out they are.
Yes, they are. Hang on a
Four
minute.
separate people, aren't they?
Jesus! Biggie off the top rope there. That was like a reversal there move. It's meant to be him that's doing the big ending part of it. Going for the pin. 1, 2. No, PJ kicks out. Or is it Duncan? I'm not too sure.
We'll call them Young Buck number 1 and Young Buck number 2.
Yeah. Speaking of Dick and Dom, because like they recently did the voice of two characters in the Asterix movie, The Mansions of the Gods.
Oh yeah.
I have to ask, do you like Dick or do you like Dom?
Well, I'd say I'm a big fan of Dick.
I love Dick as well. I just can't get enough of Dick. And there's a nice slingshot powerbomb to the outside there. Those commentators at ringside don't look very Japanese, do they?
Or
is that
or talented?
No, is that Jim Ross and Matt Stryker? Is that Yoshitatsu they're commentating? Oh, hey Yoshi, what do you think of this match?
Yes.
Right, okay. What would be the strategy of either of these teams going into it, Yoshi? AJ Styles broke my neck.
Oh, does that make you upset, Yoshi?
Yes.
Yoshi! Yoshitatsu, what would you suggest as strategy? Okay, what they will do is, I'll put them in an egg and then shit them out. Yep.
You've actually got a Yoshi toy right here, haven't you? It kind of looks a bit like a butt plug. Because of how it is, you know.
Oh.
Not that I'm saying that'll fit up anyone's ass, you know.
Anything to still do if you're brave enough.
That won't fit up my ass. Not with that attitude, it won't. You gotta put it up your butt, Marty. I can't do it. Hang on, what's going off here?
What's this?
Meltzer driver!
Down he goes!
Good God almighty, the Meltzer driver!
Otherwise there's the power driver with a little bit of ass play.
No, it's a springboard into a tombstone pile driver.
Yeah, but the push down of the boat is great.
And right down there, Dave Meltzer sat at ringside, giving an annoying wink to the Young Bucks, just undoing the top button of his fly, getting out the hand lotion, spitting on the hand.
No!
How's it going, Dave? So you got to put it up your butt, Marty. I can't do this. I've done it too many times. But you're young, Marty.
Stop.
Alright.
Stop.
We should have Rick and Morty in All-CAW Wrestling. Has anyone made Rick and Morty yet?
Probably.
They're kind of like a really bad. You could have Rick and Morty against
Doc Brown and Martin McFly.
Doc Brown and Martin McFly. Yeah. Well, you know, you've already got someone from New Japan Pro Wrestling doing the whole Mark McFly gimmick.
Yeah.
Kushida.
Oh yeah.
Time splitters. Spritters.
Literally spelled with an R.
Time splitters.
I've got a big English billboard. If instead of spelling with an L, we use an R.
Yeah. And Kushida comes out. He's got like the padded jacket that Mark McFly has in Back to the Future. His finishing move is actually called the hoverboard.
Oh no.
Yeah, really.
Neat.
Yeah.
I guess.
So we've already got that. Yeah. So Mark McFly and Doc Brown versus Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty. 100 years. RickandMorty.com. Rick and Morty and their adventures running around.
100 days RickandMorty.com.
Yeah. 100 times RickandMorty.com.
Oh.
There's a wrestling match going on, isn't there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe we should talk about that.
No, never.
Oh.
We'll not give the fans what they want.
Right, all three members of the New Day on the outside. Referee's counting. Kenny Omega's back on his feet. Go, a clothesline!
And another clothesline.
Clothesline! And
Oh.
super
kick.
kick!
There we go, finally.
Yeah, Kenny Omega. It looks like he's making a comeback here.
Uh-huh.
Going for a slingshot splash there to
Defying
Kofi
the laws of
Kingston.
gravity.
Yes. And
Give him a poke.
thumping the ball. That's a Shoryuken right to the nuts. I should point out that Kenny Omega has done the Hadouken as well at some point, as Xavier Woods. He did what's the move called in Dragon Ball Z?
Other thing.
The one that's kind of like Hadouken.
Other Kamehameha.
The Kamehameha Duken. That's
You know this. You actually grew up with this. I didn't.
Whoa! Leg drop off the top rope for Xavier Woods just because.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up with Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't Japanese. I didn't get access to Dragon Ball Z until Toonami.
Hot tag. Will it work? Oh.
Hot tag. Meanwhile,
No.
don't work. Hot tags. They don't work in 2K14. They don't work in 2K16 either.
I don't even know how you do them.
Meanwhile, springboard drop kick. Meanwhile, Xavier Woods decided to just come off the top rope for no good reason, with a flying nothing. Kenny Omega seems to be confused about where he is. Big E sends him off the ropes. What's he going to do here?
No, reversed.
Whoa, reverse spinning neck breaker. Wow. And now Kenny tags into one of the Bucks. It could be Duncan. Well, I don't know.
We'll call him Duncan.
PJ and Duncan. Dickhead and Dom. Springboard. Springboard butt splash. Do it for the day. Do it all day. Running around 100 days. RickandMorty.com.
God damn it.
Go for the pin.
Go for the pin. One, two.
Oh.
No, possibly Duncan broke out the pin.
Kofi and Xavier got to the pin just in time, although they did walk into each other. Side Russian leg sweep. As they call it in Russia.
A side leg sweep.
Yes. And I'm sure Vladimir Putin's quite pleased about the result of the presidential election. Apparently, him and Trump get on well with each other.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
That guy really wants people to do it for the day, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And, cutter! A cutter! RKO out of somewhere by
One, two.
PJ and/or Duncan. Going for the pin. No, didn't get him. Sorry, I'm a bit behind there.
Both PJ and Duncan have fused into the ultimate being. This is just another bloke on the outside who looks like them.
Yeah, that's what
Just
it is.
ignore that part.
Going for the pin. One, two.
Oh, no.
Again, Kofi and Xavier are like walking into each other. Some bad communication there, but luckily... And
Xavier with a jump kick to nothing.
Why is Xavier Woods constantly fucking himself off the top rope there?
He's fecking himself off the top rope.
Yeah.
It's the Irish word for it, throwing.
He's just going to feck himself off the top rope. You may as well just get that pot of Rogan Josh and just feck it straight out the window.
So that is actually a legit Irish word for throw.
It is. He's doing it again! And this time he connects! Hooray!
Elbow straight to the knob.
Well done. Well done. He finally connected.
Elbow
Right.
straight to the Young Bucks.
Can you stop? Can you stop doing impressions of a lemming now, please?
Oh.
Oh no! And a big chop to the tit, right across the nipple. Ooh, I think his nipple just flew off into the third row somewhere.
Some man will take
Put it on eBay.
He'll take it as a collector's item, like vacuum seal it.
Vacuum. That's it. The Young Bucks will put it in a vacuum pack so they can sell it at a convention somewhere. Because they're all about the money.
He'll sign it.
What, sign his nipple?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Get Amber O'Neill's nipple in there and all, you'll fetch millions. And hang on, we're going to see a super kick party? No, we're going to see another Meltzer driver. And meanwhile, Dave Meltzer is in the crowd there just on the vinegar strokes.
No! Why?
Going for the pin there. Go on. One, two. No, gets a double forearm to the ass. I noticed that Biggie's not done that suicide spear to the outside that he does, where he nearly always lands on his head.
Yeah.
It's like, Biggie, please stop doing that.
He's too big.
You saw what happened to Cesaro. Please stop doing that. Please stop doing suicide dives. I call that for a reason.
Biggie Langston goes hardcore, takes power tools for head.
Yeah. And Kenny Omega's got hold of Kofi, but
Caressing his nipples.
Caressing his nipples, yep. And PJ and/or Duncan gets taken down there by Kofi, going for the pin. Going for the pin. One. No, kicks out there. Nice classy boots. Nice leopard print. You do realise that
you said leopard again. God damn it! You do this all the time.
Leopard.
He doesn't know how to say leopard, ladies and gentlemen.
I can say leopard.
You say leopard all the time.
I say leopard sometimes.
Leopard.
That's when I get caught up in the moment.
Sounds like a fancy French perfume.
Leopard.
Leopard.
Right, all three members of the Elite are trying to give Kofi something inappropriate in the corner. What's he going for here? Oh, hang on.
What's first?
Hey! I don't know what that was, but it looked fancy. Meanwhile, Kenny and a Buck are bumping into each other. What's this Buck going to do? PJ and Duncan with springboard ass slam, and he landed right on his ass. Jesus!
How do you mess up that badly? He's right next to you.
His spine has just come out through his mouth. Holy shit, there's blood everywhere. And sends it right to the loving, wide open arms of Biggie. And there goes the other nipple. Right into the crowd. There goes the nipple. Going for the pin.
Jesus.
What? No, rope break.
The nipples have now been collected and someone is fighting over them so we can contain the whole set.
Yep.
Obtain the whole set, I mean.
I'm collecting tits in wrestling. That's why I've got
Wrestle tits.
That's why I've got Bruce Beefcake in my basement. Whoa! Is that a good idea? Yes! No! Yes! No!
Thank you, Bruce. Brutus, you always know what to say.
Yep.
I'll give you a haircut. Make some sausage rolls, because you're both a butcher and a barber.
Butcher and a barber, yep. And a beefcake. Which means, he'll quite happily jiggle stuff in front of you. Especially when he's the booty man and he jiggles his bottom in front of you. Ye gods.
Oh.
And then, of course, he was the man without a face. The man without a name.
The man with no knob.
The man with no knob.
The man with no dignity.
Yeah, the man who caused an anthrax scare once.
Oh.
Turned out it says, "Oh, it's alright. That's just me bag of cocaine." Is that
the man who caused Big Daddy D to turn into Jeff Goldblum?
Does it?
You just went.
Oh, okay. That was a nice springboard clothesline there from Xavier, by the way. And that's where it all starts off. It's between these two sort of video game players. They all started this thing.
And now they DDT.
DDT him. So what's it going to be? Is it going to be Bootios or is it going to be Super Kick cereal?
We'll have to see.
Yeah. You actually do get like little mini cereal packets now with Super Kicks and of Bootios.
Hooray.
So it's obvious that, one idea came from another. And now here comes PJ and/or Duncan on the guy who is supposed to be Xavier. Oh, look at that kick! Not a super kick.
He goes down.
Still an impressive kick. A big sort of turning martial arts spin kick there.
What if Bootios all along is like a big promotion, like the setup to a big deal with Kellogg's? It's World Kellogg's Federation.
Yeah. We could have that. We've already got Tony the Tiger working for us here in All-CAW Wrestling.
Yeah. We'll have it'll be a big
springboard clothesline, but that's no good when they're all around on the floor, Xavier.
Yeah. Apparently, Cashville, you said you could legit buy Bootios. I wouldn't mind beating them.
Yes, you can. Oh, hang on, face buster thing there on the floor. Here comes Biggie. One, two. No, not quite. Oh, this has been quite a match so far, as this. Perhaps New Japan Pro Wrestling should come to Providence, Rhode Island more often. Meanwhile, Kenny Omega is staring at the turnbuckle in the corner. Excellent craftsmanship.
Nice red colour.
Very good.
Oh.
Do it for the day!
Susan, you're really excited about that. Have you ever tried it?
Another kick, not a super kick, but double feet to the face there. I've yet to see any super kicks, but I've seen 2 Meltzer drivers.
Something horribly wrong with this match.
And at least 1 cum face from Dave Meltzer.
Stop!
Right, hang on, we're going to see a super kick here. No, they're going for a 3rd Meltzer driver. By this point, Dave Meltzer has absolutely milked himself dry. Meltzer driver!
But seeing that has just made him refill to top.
Yes, he can feel his balls refilling. His mouth is tasted like copper. He's that ready to spunk up.
We need to clean up on L4. And 3. And 2. And 7. Gee, God, how'd you get up there?
Good God, Dave. Oh, snapmare takedown and a kick to the head there. Good God Almighty, I think he might have just knocked him out with that kick. He's all let spread eagle on the floor. 1, 2, 3. And the New Day have done it. And meanwhile, Kenny Omega's fallen over for some reason.
And meanwhile, all the marks of their own blogs are going insane.
Yeah, never mind Young Bucks. At least you can sort of make your money on T-shirts. And if you clean up some of Dave Meltzer's semen, you'll be able to sell that on eBay.
Clone your own very Clone your Dave Meltzer today.
Yep. Here we go. Springboard.
Whoa.
There's a Meltzer driver. That's what set Big Dave off.
Big Dave!
Spitting on the hand. That's what he calls his penis. Spitting on the hand. Here we go. Get that ball of hand lotion at the ready. Right, so the New Day are successful here tonight in the New Japan Pro Wrestling Arena, which is in Providence, Rhode Island for some reason. We did it for the day. We did
And
it
now
for a
my foreskin is painful.
Yes.
Oh, that's just creepy. I shouldn't say that.
Right, okay, so the New Day will go on to face the winners of the next match, which will be Team TNA versus Team NXT. So that'll be coming up next here on the All-CAW Wrestling channel. But until next time, I'm the Big Daddy D.
I'm the Little Daddy E.
And we're signing out for another episode of All-CAW Wrestling Action.
Look at those renders. Isn't 2K16 good?